What's going on, my MMA Boxing Addicts family? I don't know about you guys, but we're 4 days away from UFC 324. 3 days away from Zuffa Boxing, Dana White's debut on Paramount Plus. And 4 days away from Raymond Morataya versus Andy Cruz for the IBF lightweight title. I'm hungry and ready to make some money. Here on the MMA Boxing Addicts channel for 2026, I vow to bring you guys my best predictions, show you guys my own bets that I'm placing my own money on, and promise to end up green by the end of the year. Yes, starting off with these bets that I got right here, my friends. A little bit of everything. We got UFC mixed with boxing. We've got straight boxing, and we've got straight UFC. If you're not familiar with the channel, I cover both sports, been doing it, and I'm actually very active. Now, I've already made my own separate video for predictions at UFC 324, and I've made my own separate videos for predictions on Colin Walsh versus Carlos Ocampa, Kane Sandoval, and I've also made my own predictions on Raymond Morataya versus Andy Cruz. These are the bets that I will be placing. Starting off with the money line on why I'm doing it. Andy Cruz is 6-0, 3 KOs, training with Jerome Ennis and Bozy Ennis. The father of Jerome Ennis is a 2-time Pan American gold medalist, 3-time world champion gold medalist, 1-time Olympic gold medalist when he beat Keyshawn Davis back in 2020, and started his professional career in 2023. Look it, Raymond Morataya is 29 years old, 23-0, 17 KOs. Has never lost, let alone been knocked out in his career. During his amateur days, got some wins over Ryan Garcia. Right now is the reigning defending IBF lightweight champion. I don't think Andy Cruz is going to knock this guy out. I don't. I think he's a strong young kid. I do think Andy Cruz is going to come in here and box the head off of him. I think Raymond Morataya is a strong puncher. Isn't better than Andy Cruz anywhere? Unless, you know, you're talking about size. He's bigger than him. That's the one advantage that he's going to have him in the ring. And power. But Andy Cruz is quicker, better reflexes, better counters, everything, better footwork. Andy Cruz is going to win this fight. And I'm pretty sure he's not going to knock out Raymond Morataya. If he does, wow. What a goddamn statement that would be in the 135-pound lightweight division. I don't think it's happening, though. I think Andy Cruz is going to point himself to a victory against Raymond Morataya. Therefore, I'm putting, what is it? He's minus 120. I'm putting my units on him to be able to return even money. Now, for the parlays, of course, I'm so confident in Andy Cruz winning that I had to mix him with Josh Hockett in the UFC at UFC 324. I looked at every single fighter who's fighting on this card and I said, who am I mostly confident in? With a somewhat decent number. Not, you know, Gaethje, who's a goddamn minus 600. Umar Nurmagomedov was a minus 1,000. No. Josh Hockett, who's taking on Denzel Freeman. Josh Hockett 7-0 versus Denzel Freeman 7-1. Both wrestlers with wrestling background, but Josh Hockett is on a completely different level of wrestling. You're talking about an All-American. You're talking about a guy who took 5th in the NCAA championships in 2019. An athletic kid. Not only was wrestling at the highest level, but playing for the Fresno State Bulldogs. Made it to the 49er team. Has everything going for him coming into this fight. Denzel Freeman's a guy who, okay, he has basic striking, nothing to be scared of, but is usually, he has a win over Steve Aspen. Look how he won that fight. He likes to take the fight to the ground. The same thing that Josh Hockett is doing in a lot of his fights. Josh Hockett is going to beat this man. And therefore, in my parlay, I have Josh Hockett mixed with Andy Cruz. 5 units, yes, to cash in 10 units with 5 units in return. Yes, it's a plus money at even. It's literally like a plus 106. We got 5 units on Josh Hockett and Andy Cruz as my most confident parlay heading into this weekend's match. Now, Colin Walsh, who's taking on Carlos Ocampa in the main card for Friday night Zuffa boxing debut. Look at you guys. Colin Walsh ain't losing this fight. The only way Carlos Ocampa has a shot in this fight is if he chunks it and dukes it out and is able to just catch Colin Wash, and it turns out that Colin Wash was over his head. I don't think that's happening. The kid who's just coming off the co-main event against Fernando Vargas Jr. on the Terrence Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez card has, in my opinion, and is, he's not has, he is the poster child of this Paramount Plus deal, along with the UFC Fight Pass Boxing and Dana White. He's been signed to Dana White since he was 21 years old. They know what they're doing when it comes to this fight and setting some of these fighters up. So, I have Colin Wash winning along with Sugar Sean O'Malley. I think Sugar Sean O'Malley is going to box the head off of Song Yadong. Honestly. Song Yadong, just made a video about him 10 minutes ago. Song Yadong needs to throw volume, needs to put the pressure, and not be scared to let his hands go. Stop doing that, tucking, putting your hands up defense. Actually move your head, move back. You're like a goddamn punching bag. Peter Yan, Corey Sandhagen, these guys boxed your head off and don't even have the same reach as Sugar Sean O'Malley. Sugar Sean O'Malley's reach is 72 inches standing at 5'11". Corey was 5'11" at 70 inches. If Song Yadong isn't able to catch Sugar Sean O'Malley coming in, blitzing in, or able to take him down, hold him down, I don't see him winning this fight. I see Sugar Sean O'Malley keeping his distance, doing what it does, styling on this guy, cutting his face up, and winning this fight outright, my people. So therefore, my other parlay, Sugar Sean O'Malley and Colin Wash. Now that one is a little bit more than even money. It's favorited. So we're putting 3 units down to win 2 units, in return 5 units, but 2 units profit. Now, for my other parlay that we put 1 unit on, but to return what? 2.5 units of profit is on, once again, Josh Hokett, Modestas Bukauskas, who's taking on Nikolai Krylov. Nikolai Krylov, just a guy that I cannot trust in. I like Modestas Bukauskas striking. I hope he keeps the volume up in this fight. They need to tell him to let his hands go, keep it clean. It may be a boring fight. It may not. He may catch Nikolai Krylov with a big right hand, big left hook. Who knows? But I have him winning that fight along with Gene Silva. Gene Silva's taking on Ardo Lana. And I'm telling you right now, Gene Silva is going to beat this man. If he can't, then my goodness, my friends, Gene Silva will never be fighting or competing for an interim or even a world title fight in his career. You guys, those are my bets, man. So a couple other bets that stood out to me that I will not be putting my money on is Josh Hokett by KO. Something was telling me, put 25 bucks on him to win by KO in the first round, KO in the second round, or KO in the third round. Look at what they're paying. And I know this might go down to the floor. Josh Hokett might, get a submission if it doesn't end up going to decision. But what I see happening in this fight is Josh Hokett shooting a double, shooting a single leg, taking him down, ending up on top, and relentlessly hitting him with ground and pound. Now, you guys all know in that position, if Denzel Freeman decides to turn to his back or something and, gets flattened out, Josh Hokett will have he either go for a submission or he'll do ground and pound. I can see a ground and pound stoppage coming for Josh Hokett, but at the end of the day, we are gonna see, my friends. I love Josh Hokett when it comes to UFC 324, and I love Andy Cruz. These are my 2 most confident picks heading into the week. So let me know if I helped you out. If you guys are rocking with me, any one of my parlays, are you tailing me? Are you picking Andy Cruz? Are you picking Josh Hokett? Let me know. Because it's about that time to start making money, especially here on the MMA Boxing Addicts channel, my friends. It's 2026. The year's about to begin. Let's go. I'm out.